going on here.
Mom life is not for the faint of heart, that's for sure.
Okay, everybody. Hello.
Hello.
I can already hear your child
I
as
know.
soon as we said hi.
Hi. Yeah. Oh, well, say please don't slap me.
Okay, you guys don't understand why we're just laughing at everything right now, but it's because we
don't
sat
wanna
here
cry.
we sat here for 5 minutes straight trying to get my mic stand adjusted because we're trying to up our game here. And you know what's sad?
I think we're doing it, though.
You know what's sad though? The audio listeners don't even know the difference.
They don't. They're like, what's the struggle? What's up, man?
Like this is just so it's more appealing to the eye on YouTube.
And we're more comfortable.
So if you're listening on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, you don't know that we did anything different.
Nothing.
So it was pointless work.
No.
Story of my life. No, I truly shout out to my father-in-law, Benji. He gave us some mic stands so we could not have to sit like at the table, like we were in another couch. So we get to be comfortable.
I have too many couches, apparently.
Yeah, you know, every week, look, I feel like my mic is slowly going down. I feel like stay. Okay. Look, watch it. Tell me you don't see that moving.
No, it's totally moving.
Oh my gosh, this is ridiculous. He provided us with these mic stands, and he's watching Jackson. But every week it's something different because last week we were like, no kids, flowing. It was like a treat for y'all probably and us.
Yeah.
This week we have 2 children. Jackson's not here, but the girls are upstairs. And when the girls are here, we have to film in the basement. So we're back in the basement. But we're planning on trying to start doing this at night going forward if we can. So we can relax a little more. You guys probably don't even realize how much the kids actually interrupt because we edit it out.
It's a lot.
It's a lot.
Like, as soon as we start.
Like if it's funny, I'll keep it in.
Yeah.
But most of the time it's
not.
Yeah, most of the time it's just like, what? So we're trying over here. I don't know if people understand like that this isn't just a simple thing. Like a lot of planning has to go into this as moms. Like you've got to get your kids set up and comfortable for us to come down here and do it. And then I've either got to bring Jackson, which makes it harder, or drop him off to be watched. Then we load up all the equipment and blah, 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 blah. So I hope you guys enjoy it, all 5 of you.
I better.
The videos have multiple views, so it's more than 5 people, but none of y'all are like subscribing or helping us out or anything. So like if you're going to watch it on YouTube, at least subscribe to our channel.
Yeah, come on now.
Like the video. I don't know. I hear footsteps.
I hear stomping.
It's colder today.
It's freezing outside.
Freezing is a stretch. I think you're just a cold-natured person.
I am, but it's really cold out, and I don't like it.
It is like actually like, you know, we wanted to like, we try to theme our podcast to an extent, and we were like, this one's, as you can tell from the thumbnail, if you're watching on YouTube, it's fall themed. So it's like today is like the first day to me that really felt like fall.
Yesterday was kind of there.
I didn't go outside yesterday.
Well, the girls were outside, and I had like a blanket on just watching them. I'm like, this is too much. I don't like it.
What a sweet moment, though.
Well,
it just sounded sweet the way you described it. Like you were curled up with a blanket watching your girls play.
Yeah,
See, I'm excited. This would actually be perfect if Jackson was old enough to play outside with them and it wasn't chilly. Like they could play outside while we did this because there's a window right behind the camera and we can see straight into the backyard. He's not old enough though. He would like be eating the mulch and try to climb that rock wall and just bust it.
Yep.
But anyways, we've got our coffees to fit the theme, and I am not a pumpkin spice gal. Never have been. I have a very specific Starbucks order. I get the same thing every time I go, but I wanted to be fallish today, so I got a pumpkin cream cold brew.
You don't like it?
No, it's actually good.
Good.
I don't know. I haven't had a sip in a while. Hold on.
Is it like?
It's good.
Is the foam pumpkin-y?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think that's all that's pumpkin-y. I think the coffee is vanilla. It's vanilla coffee, and then it's pumpkin cream like foam.
So not too much pumpkin.
Yeah, and Starbucks knows how to do it like the right way because you have to have like the thick layer of foam. So when you sip it, the coffee goes through it, so you get the sweetness.
Yeah.
This is still going down. It's driving me nuts.
I definitely prefer McDonald's pumpkin spice lattes, but you probably wouldn't because they are obnoxiously sweet.
Oh yeah, no.
So
this is actually just sweet enough. Like it's not that bad. Like if you didn't have the foam at the top, if you stopped drinking the foam, it wouldn't be sweet at all. Like that's what makes it sweet.
Gotcha.
So I like that better because it's more subtle. But Is it you that likes the peppermint mocha?
No.
That's not you?
No.
From McDonald's?
Mm-mm.
Are you sure?
I've
Did you
had, like,
used
two
to?
in my life. No. I've had one.
It must be
before,
Katie then,
but-
because I remember having to get that for somebody all the time.
I don't understand. I just don't understand it.
I don't like peppermint and chocolate together at all.
It's so gross.
I think you're just eating chocolate flavored toothpaste.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Ew.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Yeah.
Somebody likes it though, because I remember always getting it, and I think it's Katie. Confirm or deny, Katie.
I was a pumpkin spice girl when I worked with you at Plant Kinetics. We got pumpkin spice a lot. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm just like set in my ways. Like when I find something I like, stop laughing. Why does your mic not move? Why is mine moving? I don't care. Whatever. If it falls, it falls. Y'all can hear me. Pumpkin spice. It's
and
good.
All things nice.
I really just got it for the theme of today.
There you go. I could have pretended mine was. Oh.
Yeah, yours is the. What is your Starbucks order?
White chocolate mocha.
But she gets non-fat, no whip.
Yeah, well, only because I hate their whipped cream.
Oh.
And non-fat. It makes me feel just as
What's wrong with their whipped
better.
cream? Is whipped cream not just whipped cream across the board?
I usually love whipped cream, but theirs is like, I don't know. I don't like it. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you.
My mom is a caramel macchiato gal.
Ooh, those
She
are
gets
so
that
good.
every day. But I finally got her to stop saying caramel macchiata. Because she would say, yes, I'd like a caramel macchiata, please. And I was like, Mom. So then she started saying macchiata. I'm like, it's
Actually,
almost
I like
there.
that.
Macchiata, but it's not what it's called.
Macchiata?
It's a macchiato.
Macchiata?
Like it's just.
Mariati.
Oh my gosh. So I really I don't go out for coffee a lot, obviously, because we've talked about this before. There's no good coffee places near me. Well, apparently there is the coffee place. I haven't tried it yet. But either way, that's out of my way to like go get a coffee.
Yeah.
I drink like just coffee with creamer at home, like hot, but I'm an iced coffee person.
So,
It could be 30 degrees outside and I'd still drink iced coffee.
Really? See, we put away our coffee maker because a friend of mine told me that if you drink coffee every day or something, like it affects your anxiety. And I'm telling you, since we stopped drinking coffee every single morning, I have less anxiety. It is still there and happily present, but it is nothing like it was. So the only time I do drink coffee is when I go out
Special
and get
occasion
it.
or something.
Special occasion, yep.
I've gotten where I don't drink it every morning as much. And to be honest, it's not because I even feel like I need it. It's just like it became like a habit.
Yeah,
just to
that's
just
what ours
drink
was.
a cup of coffee.
Yeah, and I'm like,
especially
I
in the
don't like
winter,
habits.
like if you're, like, because we don't run our heat in the winter. Jackson has his own little heater,
nice,
so
yeah.
and we're cold, hot natured people,
Yeah.
so we sleep with the fan on and everything. So in the winter, sometimes you'll wake up and like your throat's just kind of sore,
Yes,
like
yeah.
because it got cold. So it feels good to like have warm coffee in the morning. But every now and then, I'll just make. This is probably ghetto, but I'll make coffee the night before and put it in the fridge.
Oh yeah.
And then I'll just put creamer in it and drink
You
it.
could
the
do
next
that
morning.
with this
I don't do
and
like sugar at
throw
all. I
ice
just do
in it.
flavored creamers.
Oh yeah.
I don't need sugar in my coffee. This may have sugar in it. I don't know.
No, probably. I don't know though. I haven't tasted it. but-
Speaking of anxiety, did you say you do or you do not watch Dancing with the Stars?
We used to. We don't have TV, so we don't watch anything regularly.
Do you have Disney Plus?
Yeah.
It's on Disney Plus this season.
Oh really? Oh, interesting.
You can watch. You should catch up and watch. You know what? Before I leave here, I'm going to make you watch it
Okay.
because spoiler alert: if you're watching Dancing with the Stars, like spoilers coming ahead. Charlie D'Amelio, you know who I'm talking about? The TikTok girl who's only famous for being on TikTok.
No. I don't
Okay, well, she's like this young girl who, like, literally just got big on TikTok. I think it was more like back in 2020.
She has like those pretty eyes.
She's very
and,
pretty,
like,
dark
does, like-
hair.
yes.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe.
But she just does little dances. She made like the Renegade famous or whatever. I can't even do it.
Maybe.
But anyways, her and like her family have like gotten bigger because her sister does music now, and like they have a show on Hulu called the D'Amelio Show now. So they've gotten a little bigger than just her being a TikTok girl. But anyways, primarily she's a dancer.
Gotcha.
And but she's like actually like a really good dancer. Like I'm
Nice.
not just trying to put her off as just being a TikTok girl. That's just how she got famous.
Yeah.
Anyways, her and her mom are on Dancing with the Stars this season.
Oh, and her mom?
Mm-hmm.
They're competing?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, Dancing with... Yes.
Yes, they're separate stars competing on the same show.
Interesting.
But I kind of felt like it was unfair because like you think Dancing with the Stars is like people who don't dance, like they're just stars.
Right, yeah,
they are learning to dance, but she's kind of already a dancer.
Yeah.
So in a way, she already has a leg up, obviously. But I can't wait to show it to you because she did it. Last night was about this star, like whoever the actual star was, like their most significant year in a dance that represented that, like a year that changed their life or whatever.
Yeah.
And hers was this year, and it was about like that she had finally like started to let go of a lot of her anxiety problems. Like she had really severe anxiety from the time she was little, and the dance that she did was beautiful.
Aww.
Like even Colin's not like a mushy person, and we rewound it and watched it again.
Aww.
Like so good. It's a big deal to get a 10 on that show. She got 3 10s and a 9.
Wow, yeah.
And it's this whole like choreograph. It was like what contemporary dance, where they're like barefoot and doing like crazy stuff.
Yeah.
But it's like
It's the
she's
only
like
dance I'll do.
yeah. We'll call it that, contemporary.
Barefoot.
Oh man. But she had on this like really pretty like white dress, and the guy she danced with literally looked like a demon. Like he was like had black stuff on him and wore all black, but like you could tell like in the dance like how like the anxiety was like he would try to pull her to him and control her, and like it was just beautiful. Like it was beautifully done.
Yeah.
I sobbed watching that show last night, and I don't normally cry watching shows, but I was like,
always do.
I should have taken a picture. I was sobbing. Not because of that, because at the end, again, spoilers, just stop listening if you're keeping up with Dancing with the Stars. But do you know the actress Selma Blair?
Name sounds
Have you seen
familiar.
Legally Blonde? Mm-hmm. You remember the little prude that Emmett married with the short, it's her. But she's been in other stuff too. She was also on,
Yes.
What else was she on? Well, she's in Cruel Intentions, something else. A lot of people just know her from being on Legally Blonde.
Yeah, I know who that is. Yeah.
Well, she has, some type of chronic illness. I can't remember exactly what it is.
Yeah.
And she is competing, but she like walks with a cane. Like I mean, she struggles. She has
body.
yes, it's like chronic pain.
Yeah.
She's always in pain, pretty much. So the fact that she even was doing this show was incredible. And last night they like sort of announced, and she talked about it. Like they always do like that pre-interview before they dance, And she had to tell her partner like I can't continue. She's like I have like stress fractures. It's just too much on my body. And I was wailing, like, because you could tell she didn't want to.
Yeah.
Like, she was just like, I want to be doing this. But, like, she brought her son out there and was like, I have to do what's best for him as his mother. And, like, I have to still be here for him. And I have to, like, I don't want to, she basically was like, I don't want to push my body so much that I'm bedridden again.
Right.
Because I want to be there for my son. And, like, oh, my gosh, everyone on the show was crying. All the cast, like, and then she did one last dance that night. And it was really good. It was just simple because they're trying to take it easy on her body, but it was beautiful. Like it was a beautiful waltz. She got a standing ovation, and then they ended up not eliminating anybody because she had to leave.
Oh, that's nice.
But hers was the last dance of the night, and then they were like, "We know that your scores won't matter, because you're leaving, but in the spirit of tradition, let's get your scores." And they gave her all 10s.
Oh, of course. It would be
and I was
if
just,
you didn't get a 10.
yeah, it would. But I mean, as Americans, we love the corny stuff.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Colin was knocked out cold on the couch. He slept on the couch for most of the night last night. And he's like over there snoring, and I'm sitting there going, Selma. Like, I was like, God, why am I crying so hard? I was emotional. Oh my gosh. Like, and I'm just sitting there like, Colin, you're missing this. Like, we watched this together. He didn't even stay awake for Wayne Brady, and that's his favorite guy on there. Do you know Wayne Brady?
Oh,
he's one of the dancers. He's
okay.
so good.
Is he?
He's been in like the top
He
spot.
seems like he'd be good.
I mean, he's like up there with Charlie, and Charlie is a dancer.
Nice.
But yeah. Anyways, I will show you that dance before I leave here because I want you to see it because it was really, really good.
But anyway, anxiety. I don't know.
Well, that can kind of segue us into our topic for the day because I feel like we could just sit here and talk, but we have to have like guidelines to an extent. Like I'm fine with bebopping around, but if we didn't set a topic in advance,
we would be like,
yeah. Which is funny because we don't have that problem, just me and you. Like when we shot we got to photograph a wedding together Saturday, and we just talked the whole time in the car on the way there. Mm-hmm. I wish we'd had our mics in the car because when we're just together, like just me and her, like we just never stop. And I was like, that'd be fun to have like take the podcast on the road. But can you imagine me I'm just trying to set this up in like a one still room. If I was trying to set all this up in the car, I'd never get the thing going.
Yeah.
But yeah, we wanted to talk about like body image and things women struggle with and all, because I feel like mostly women other than my dad listen to this.
Yeah, what's good? Okay. Now you. Have fun.
She said, have fun. But yeah, mostly women, I think, obviously listen to this podcast. And I think that, there's a lot of, I don't care who you are, all women have something they're insecure about.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't matter what your body type is or whatever. Mm-hmm. So I went on Instagram and Facebook and asked, like, for women to tell me, like, their insecurities, which I didn't get a lot of feedback, and I get that because it wasn't anonymous. Like, I could see who said it. So, but big surprise, pretty much 90% of what the answer was their weight.
Interesting.
I mean, that's mine.
Yeah.
100%. Like, there's things I can point out about my body that I like.
That makes one of us.
Well, I mean, that I'm okay with. I don't know. I mean,
okay.
Yeah,
I could do that.
But it doesn't change the fact that the things I don't like consume me.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, for me, it's like, I think my two biggest insecurities about my body, just like my appearance, not my personality, are my weight and really just where I carry it, like in my stomach, and my dark circles, which I have makeup on right now because that's insecurity. I wasn't going to come record this podcast without putting makeup on. Like, yeah. I've done it before, but if I have time, I'm going to put makeup on if I'm going to be on camera. But they're just, because I actually think I would look okay without makeup if they weren't so dark. Like, people are always like, are you tired? And I'm like, well, I am, but I've looked this way since I was 10. So
that's terrible though.
Yeah.
I don't even like to go around without makeup though.
Your makeup's always done when I come over.
That's just because, and I mean, I like my skin and all. It's just, I have like lots of red patches, and I just would rather have, even if it's just moisturizer, like foundation. No, wait, what is it? Tinted moisturizer to like even out the redness. But then my biggest insecurity, I hate my arms and my height. It's so annoying.
See, I wish I was short.
Not this short though. Like, I could do like 5'2", that'd be cool. But this height is not working for me. Like, I just hate it.
But
it's like too much.
Is it like an inconvenience thing, or you don't like how you look?
No, I just feel like I constantly just look like a toddler. Like, and then people, like, seriously, Riley is 5, and she comes up to here, like, on my chest.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's not normal. That. And then there's a little girl at church, I think she's like 8. I'm telling you, probably next year she's going to be taller than me, which is fine, but people look at me, they're like, oh, I'm sorry, I just thought you were one of the kiddos. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Like, that's not nice to say, but okay. Like,
see,
I get it, I'm short, I own a mirror.
And I feel like I always, like, wanted to be short, but, like, I don't know. I've always thought, like, girls who were, like, short and cute, like, they were cute and, like, daintier, like, girlier almost to be short. Yeah, like, I'm not saying I'm built like a linebacker. I think I'm pretty average. I have long legs, but I'm not, like, overly tall. I think I'm average height.
See, like, the shorter you are, though, that 1 pound just looks like so much more.
Yeah, I get that.
Because you're short.
Like, you're carrying it in a more compact way.
I might be skinny.
Yeah. See, for me, it's like, I know that my weight is like one of those things that's like, I could change it, I just don't. Like, I could change it. I like to eat, and it wouldn't even, like, I really think if I lost like 20 pounds, but don't we all say that? It's like, if I just lost 20 pounds, everybody says I could lose 20 pounds, like, no matter who you are.
Like, I recently lost 15 pounds just because I gained the 15 pounds. And I'm still like, I could do like another 10, 15 pounds. Like, I'd be happy.
Well, other than like high school age or like early college, the best I feel like I looked in the most recent years was right before my wedding when I'd like lost a lot of weight. But back then I was going to see a doctor who was like helping me lose weight, and I'm not against this. I think it was good for me. He helps with like people that have diabetes, so like that has a lot to do with your weight. And he had me on metformin and Ozempic, which were, the metformin was like a daily, like I took it 2 or 3 times a day, a pill, and then the Ozempic was a once a week shot.
Oh, nice.
And they're appetite suppressants, which sounds bad. Like, I'm not advocating for it. Like, I'm not saying everybody should do it.
And it's not.
But this wasn't just like a weight loss doctor. This was like a man who was like, everybody raves about him. It's the Shoals Diabetes and Wellness Clinic is where it was, and he's genuinely helping people get their diabetes in a, like, better. I don't know the term for that. it helped me a lot, and I don't frown on that. Which, to be honest with you, I'm the type of person that I don't really frown on. If there's something medical you want to do to better your appearance and it makes you happy, go for it. Like,
Go for it.
I think the only two things I ever considered were I heard that you could either get tattoo or filler under your eyes to help with that.
Mm,
I actually have considered that.
that's interesting.
I would be more likely to do the filler than a tattoo, though, because I
Yeah.
feel like a tattoo under your eyes. What if you tanned? Would it be a
Oh,
different pigment? Like, would you just look crazy?
maybe.
um, so I heard, because mine are very sunken in, but anyways, that's not really the point of all this. This isn't just to bash ourselves and talk about ways we can fix ourselves.
Yeah.
I just mean, like, I know there's people who have had boob jobs or nose jobs or whatever. It's like, that's your prerogative. Like,
Right. Yeah.
if that makes you happy,
Go
do
for
it.
it.
Like,
Yeah.
I think there's extremes,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't like,
Kardashians. That's
yeah,
extreme.
like if you look like a totally different person, like, but if you're doing small things to enhance your
if it just makes
your natural beauty, is that not the same as coloring your hair or wearing makeup?
Fair,
Like, it's
yeah.
the same thing. So I think, and the other thing I would want to do is put filler in my top lip, because I have no top lip at all. It's
I have
just
no
like,
top lip when I smile. I've just recently learned that.
let me see, smile. Yes, you do. Mine goes like this.
Well,
Like,
sometimes if I'm like laughing though, it like really gets
yeah.
like.
Or if my lips are dry,
Yeah.
like it just disappears. Like, I took a picture the other, like, not this past weekend, but the weekend before with the bride, and it was such a good picture of us, and I was like, where
Are
is my
lips?
top lip? Like, where is it? It's gone. Like, it just disappears. So I don't want like duck lips. Like, I'm not trying to get like typical filler. I just want like a little bit, just to give me more of a top lip. But
Yeah.
I just think that I think it makes me sad. It made me sad to see how many women said that. I wasn't surprised,
Yeah.
but I don't feel like you're going to hear a lot of men saying that. Like, they don't care.
Do they not though?
I don't know.
Has Colin ever said that? Like Ozzy says it all the time. Like I feel like no matter who you are, you always wish you could like lose weight.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Like,
I mean,
or there's always something
unless
that,
you're just like genuinely naturally skinny. But
yeah, which then I'm sure they have other insecurities that people point out all
Yeah.
the time.
Well, and I know that, like, I don't think she'll care that I say this, but like, Katie's just a very naturally skinny person. She's very petite. She's always been small her whole life. And I used to tell her how frustrating it was for me to buy clothes and all. And she's like, but I'm frustrated too. And I would
Yeah.
always just be like, why?
Mm-hmm.
Like, anything would look good on you. And she's like, but it really doesn't. Like,
Yeah.
so I think everybody has those problems. I think for me, it's just, I don't know. You know what? I'd probably end up being skinny, and then there'd be something else I didn't like.
That's what.
You
That's
know?
all, I mean, that's just what it is.
But I feel like women just have like this standard and this, like, we're just, I don't know. Like, Colin, like, wouldn't care if I never wore makeup. Like,
Yeah,
I mean, he
same.
he thinks I'm beautiful just the way I am. Like, he makes me feel beautiful. I don't worry that he thinks I'm like ugly or
Right.
bad or whatever. And that's great, but it's still like the social media of it all. Like, you still compare, and I look a lot better in a selfie that I take of myself than if someone snapped a picture of me.
for sure,
And so I get nervous that someone's going to see me in person and be like, that's not the same girl.
No.
I'm serious, because I know I'm a photographer. I know how to angle it to make it look better.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean I'm enhancing
different
it.
though if you,
It's
like,
an angle.
Had a filter over it and like.
Yeah, and I don't use
Didn't
filters.
even look like you. So many people do that. I'm like, wow.
Well, I don't always, but
I mean, sometimes I'll do it, but it mostly just changes the color of my skin because I'm like a porcelain doll.
yeah, I don't know. It just went. A lot of women too. Like, I don't know why they said this, but they said that. And I think it. I don't know if they meant it as an insecurity, but someone even said something about like they have a fear of like abandonment and stuff.
Oh.
And I think like some women carry around the fear of not being good enough or loved or pretty enough, and it goes hand in hand with abandonment, because I don't have this fear at all, and I thank the Lord every day that I don't. But some women are like, if I get too fat, my husband's going to cheat on me, or he may leave me, or
Oh.
I mean, I can imagine they feel that way. I mean, I went through that. I sort of went through that, in my first marriage, and so I know how it feels like. And a lot of times it can be an unspoken thing. It's like they would never come out and say, like, I'm leaving you because you're fat. But, like, if you're not taking care of yourself and you're gaining a lot of weight or whatever, I'm not saying that's cause for a man to leave you. It's not.
Right.
Marriage is marriage. Like, you need to be devoted to who you're with. But, they're
It would
bound
be hard
to.
not to think, oh, if I keep this up, they'll leave.
Yeah, yeah. And I just don't feel like men have that same
pressure.
Yes. Yeah. Like, I feel like they can now, with women, all the terms for us being mothers and our bodies changing and stuff are derogatory in a way. But for men, we get to call them tell them they have a dad bod.
We love dad bods.
And dad bods are hot. And it's
now it's like you have a mom bod.
Yeah, it has more of a negative connotation to it. And it's like, that's not fair. Like, no offense, dad bods, but y'all are, I get it. Your metabolism slows down. They have a reason for it or whatever. But ours is because our hormones completely changed. The baby sucked the heck out of all the life our boobs once had. We have stretch marks. Like, it's just, it was all because it's like out of our control. And I'm not saying you can't better. Like, my body how it is not Jackson's fault. I could do more to be better.
There's something to be said about wanting to love your body as it is too, though, which I know that's hard, but I know some women do that. They're like, you know what? I love them. I love the stretch marks. I love all this. Yeah. And it's like, sure, like to a certain degree.
Like battle scars.
I do. But like at the same time, it's like, would I prefer if they weren't there? Probably.
Yeah. But my question is like I have to ask myself this sometimes. Why do I want to be skinnier? Because we can all sit here and say, it's for health reasons.
Right. But no, you just want to look better, I guess.
But why? Like for who?
Yeah.
Is it because I want to look better in my social media post and I want people to be like, oh, you look good? Because you think about it, I just sat here and told you my husband thinks I'm hot the way I am. So it's not for him.
Right. That's
he wouldn't change anything.
See, when I
have to check myself.
When I feel better, like I just feel better. Like I don't care what and honestly, sometimes I'm like, when I lost weight, I would wear like tighter pants, and I'm like, I should probably stop doing that because like, it makes me uncomfortable. This sounds weird, but like, I don't want that attention, especially from like strangers. Like when you see a stranger looking at you, all of a sudden I'm like, oh, okay, I don't want to wear tight pants anymore. Like I need to like dress modestly because I'm not dressing for other people. I was just dressing for myself, and other people are there. Yeah, like it's just weird. It's just
for me. I think that. Yes, I would feel more confident, and I'd want to feel that. Like, I want to enjoy shopping. Yeah. I don't enjoy shopping.
Me
like,
either.
Every time I order something online or, like, go shop, because I mostly am ordering my clothes and I ain't going out shopping.
Same.
I am always having to look at, is this going to hide my belly? Is this going to hide my belly? Is it like, that is how I shop. And it limits me because there's so many cute dresses out there that I'm like, I couldn't wear that. Mm-hmm. Like, I love how it looks on you, but like, I would look like a busted can of biscuits. Yeah. Like,
see, and then I would have to worry about the length of the dresses. Like, if like most of the time, if they're meant to be like right above the knee, it's over my knee. And then I feel like it makes me look shorter. And then pants, don't even get me started on pants. I mean,
yeah.
Like, I can only wear skinny jeans because those flare jeans, I would
drag the floor.
Yeah, I mean, and then some.
Yeah, I'm the exact opposite. I'm the exact opposite with dresses. Like, what's supposed to hit your knee looks kind of skanky on me sometimes, and I can't wear it. And it's just like, I have this like need to want to shop it. I wouldn't call it the juniors department. Like, back in the day, they had like the juniors department and the women's section, and I feel like we're in the middle somewhere.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't like the women's section because it's not fun. It's not my style. It's very boring.
It's like florally and weird.
But the
patterns.
Junior or like teen
like
or whatever. I don't know
clothes.
what that. Yeah, I don't know what.
Juniors, I think.
Yeah, junior seems too young though. Like to me, it's like the college. I don't know.
Well, literally above it always says juniors. Like,
does it still say that? Oh, I didn't know that.
Well, at least at Ross, that's basically the
one. But everything's like a crop top now. I can't stand that.
Or like skin tight. I'm like, no.
Yeah. But why are crop tops so big right now? Like
I'm cool with crop tops, but because I'm short. Like,
oh yeah, I don't crop tops for me are because I have a taller torso. Like, but okay, like even if I had a perfect body, there are still some things as a mother I won't wear.
Right. Like if it was a crop top that was actually like looked like crop top with me, I wouldn't wear it.
But it would depend on the occasion. Like if I'm at the beach with the girls, like maybe, you know what I mean? Like I'm not saying I don't want to like dress my age. Like I still want to be modest and appropriate because like there's. To this day, like, there's things that'll be too low cut, and I'm uncomfortable. Like, I don't like my cleavage to be showing.
Nothing I own is low cut.
Yeah, like, there's some things that
toss it.
That I don't know. Like, they're not purposely low cut, but I don't. I'm not like a low cut gal. I don't know. I don't know. I go back and forth because I feel like I'm never gonna have that body anyways. But if I did, I'm not saying I would just like flaunt it for the world to see. Like, I wouldn't wear inappropriate stuff, but like. Yeah, I would probably wear like okay, like the even the outfit you had on at the wedding. Like you just had on the cute like bodysuit with the long skirt, and it was very modest. Like it was pretty. Yeah. But even your shirt, like fitting you snug, like I hate
Yeah.
shirts like that because
Yeah.
I feel like I can't wear fitted shirts. Like I would just wear like, like a cute
Flowy.
V-neck shirt. Like
Yeah.
no, like a normal fitting shirt. Like I feel like everything I wear is oversized. I would just wear like a cute fitted like white V-neck and some denim shorts and
Yeah.
but just be comfortable in it. Like I feel like I'm not comfortable in anything but like leggings or Nike shorts or like
Right.
high-waisted jeans, and then
Oh,
even
yeah.
then they better come up high enough because I gotta wear a flowy shirt. If
My
not,
high-waisted
like,
jeans literally come up to like.
well,
bottom of my chest.
mine go right up to my belly button. I wish they'd go way up under here because I need it all sucked in. Like, it's just hard. It's hard because I feel like I have this like desire to be more fashionable, and I'm just so limited.
But then you see people on like TikTok, and they look like they're heavy set, and they own it. They're like, I know I'm heavy, and they look so good in some of their stuff.
Yeah.
But and I think part of it is like if you wear it with confidence, it's automatically
I was about to say that.
so much better looking.
Well, and for me, I have stepped out of my box a little bit
too, yeah.
with what I wear, and
Like
I'm
what I
and
wore
I'm
Saturday,
kind of
totally out of my comfort zone. But
and it
I'm
looks so good on you though.
Yeah.
Like I feel like I'm learning. This is not very positive, but it's just true. That whether I'm in an oversized T-shirt or a fitted shirt, I'm the same size either
Right.
way. Like
You can get a hug later. We got 15 minutes. Okay. Okay.
I'm probably gonna keep that part in. I need people to see how hard this is. Like it's not for me. I feel for you because
Like just constantly
Jackson's not here, but you're
interrupting.
struggling.
Good grief.
This is like giving me an idea of what it'll be like when Jackson's like actually like talking more.
They literally never stop talking. I mean,
Neither
I'm
do we.
telling you.
We're just
Look, I'm at home all day long, and I'm going, yeah. And with Adeline, if you don't repeat what she's saying, she will not stop saying it. She'll be like, I need water. I'm like, okay, I need water. I need water. I'm like, okay, you need water? Uh-huh.
she needs to know that you heard her.
yes.
Word for word.
Which I feel you, girl, but oh my goodness. Like, oh
Can
my
you imagine if we were like that? Like, if you're like, I don't know, Ashton. Like, I just don't think this is going well. You don't think this is going well? Like, if I just repeated everything you said, how annoying that would be.
Oh my goodness. I'm pretty sure that's what Ozzy does sometimes.
Are you pretty sure that's what Ozzy does sometimes? Sorry, it would just be so annoying.
Okay, he does not do that. Never mind. He'll repeat my questions sometimes, but he doesn't repeat like statements. Okay.
That would be bad.
That would be
I wish
so
Colin
annoying.
would repeat things
I
so
wish
I could
Colin
hear him
would repeat
because he.
things,
I was like, why? Oh my gosh. No, because Colin like mumbles really bad, and I'm
I do
constantly going, huh? What? And then he gets mad, and he's just like, rah, rah, rah. I'm like, it's not the volume that's the problem. It's the enunciation.
Yeah, it's the lips.
Okay.
I know. I like just forget to open my mouth.
I've
like,
never had a problem understanding you.
Really? Wow. That's
No,
nice. That
Colin
makes me
though,
feel better.
multiple people can't understand him. Like
If he has any sort of accent at all, I can't understand.
oh, it's
him.
bad. And my friend, Camilla, her husband Andre is from Romania.
Oh, I
And
probably would never.
him
be
and
able to
Colin have
understand.
gotten close though. Like Colin's his best man in their wedding.
Oh, nice.
And I just think all the time, like, does Andre really know what Colin's saying? And I don't. That's not being hateful towards Andre. That's just like he's already Romanian and like has
Yeah.
trouble understanding sometimes. But Colin's not even American. It's like another level of Southern.
Does Andre just like, yeah, okay.
I'm sure
just
he.
like
No,
nods.
the good thing about Andre is he'll be like, what? You know what I mean? Like he'll just ask you if he didn't understand you. But Colin just like came out the gate like strong with Andre and was like, "What's up, man?" You know, and I'm sure Andre's just like, "Huh?" Like, but again, it's not Andre's fault. He speaks really good English. He understands well. It's that Colin is hard for Americans to understand.
See, Ozzy he'll just sit there and nod and be like, uh-huh, yeah, okay. And then I'll be like, what did I just say? And then he's like, don't do that. I'm like, tell me right now, what did I
Yep.
just say? Because I know that you did not hear me or understand me. He's like, I don't know what you said. I couldn't understand you. I'm like, don't just shake your or nod your head.
Yeah, like ask.
But then when he does ask, I'm like, oh, why do I have to repeat myself?
Yeah.
So
See,
he pretty much loses either
I don't
way.
have. Colin is the one who has to repeat himself with me most of the time.
I'm like, it is. Look, and who else is it?
What are you doing, girl?
Go upstairs. Well, I see it. It's a beautiful picture. I was there.
Oh yeah, I'm
Thank
in that
you.
picture.
Thank you.
That's
baby.
still on my fridge at home.
She
those of you,
spilled water on her shirt.
Please explain what just happened.
She took her shirt off. So she runs down here and she's in her pants and has no shirt on and like a little backpack.
It just looked really cute.
It did look cute.
Like just random.
Oh, she is the definition.
Man, everything about this just took a turn.
It did. This is chaos.
This was supposed to be like this like really inspirational podcast.
Like deep talk.
I almost feel like I need to edit the thumbnail. I'm going to keep it just because I already made it. But this was supposed to be like women empowerment and like learning to love yourself. And I feel like all we've done is bash on the things we hate about ourselves and then
we
just talk about like
we know how
random
to fix
stuff.
it though. We just got to get some confidence. We'll be fine.
Yeah.
I don't know how to do that, but we can try.
I definitely think my point, I was trying to say this earlier, I think, was that women women need to empower women, especially married women, because you don't need to try. If, like, for example, if people aren't as lucky like as I am to have a husband who just dotes on you and tells you how beautiful you are, we're women. Like, we need that. We need for people to like encourage us and be like, you know, you look great today. Like you lost some weight, like whatever. Like you are beautiful. And I have a husband who does that. But let's say, for example, I didn't, but men are doing it. Then I don't need to look for that fulfillment from other men, regardless of whether my husband's doing it or not. When you're married, you don't find that admiration and that fulfillment from another man. You just don't. The only exception is maybe a gay man.
Yeah.
But I think that we could help that temptation if, as women, we just empowered and encouraged each other more. Like, don't be afraid to be like, you know what, you actually look beautiful today. Like I've noticed you've lost weight. You look great. And don't make it all about weight. Like, I don't like it when people are like, one of my least favorite, like, selfishly, I like it if I know someone personally enough and they say it.
Right.
But one of my least favorite comments is when people are like, skinny. Oh, you look skinny. Like, then it kind of comes off as like, well, was I not before? You know what I mean? Like, instead, just be like, you look great. Like, and just leave it at that.
Or even,
like,
you look so happy. Like,
healthy. Like, you're glowing in whatever way. But
and even if it's a stranger, like, that's what I've started doing. If I think something about somebody, like, in a good way, I'll be like, I love that top. That top looks great on you. Or, oh, that color looks good on you. Even if I don't know you. Because somebody did that to me. Someone did that to me. They literally just looked me in the eye and said, you are seriously just so pretty. And it was a woman. And I'm telling you, I almost started crying. I was like, thank you. That was so sweet. So I'm like, I'm going to start doing that. If I think somebody's pretty, I'm going to be like, you're pretty.
You never know how, as a woman, you doing that for another woman could be, and this is a stretch maybe, but it could be keeping her from finding that fulfillment from another man.
Because seriously, a compliment from another woman means so much more. Than from someone else.
Yeah. Because a man could just be complimenting you because he's trying to flirt. He might not even really mean it. You know what I mean? But I just, having been through a marriage where my spouse cheated on me, the first one, not Colin, I think there's a couple things that are important. And I am not at all blaming myself. It's not my fault at all. No. I'm aware of that. But I'm not afraid to say this. Did I gain weight in that marriage? Yes. Did I look? But listen, though, I know because I know myself and I've seen photos.
I gained 30 pounds in my marriage.
I know. And that's why I'm saying it's not the excuse. It's not an excuse. He was cheating on me before the weight got gained. But, I did change as a person a little bit.
That made you feel really bad, though, because, I mean, it shouldn't.
Well, and you know this story. You know that, like, and whatever, my life's an open book. You guys know this. But, he never wanted to have sex with me, ever. Like, and I was just like, we're like 22. Like we're supposed to be wanting to do it like crazy. Yeah. And I would try and like he just didn't want to, probably because he was having it with other people. And then like I asked him one time, just straight out, I was like, is it because I've gained weight? Like, is it my weight? And he looked at me and like, he was all like sad looking and stuff. He was like, yes. I told you about that though.
That is literally one of the most disrespectful things.
It was very mean. It was probably the most heartbreaking thing anyone's ever said to me. And I just remember leaving and like going to a random parking lot and crying. Like I just had to get out. And later in counseling, like our counselor at that time told us like, that's not why you're not having sex with her. Like that's not the problem. No. Like you just said that basically. Like she was like, that's not it. But I guess my point in that is like, I do firmly believe, and I don't want it to come across like I'm blaming myself. It was not my fault. I do think you need to take care of yourself for your spouse. You need to do it for you, but there's something about honoring your marriage in a way of like,
wanting to look good for them.
Yes, like, I mean,
not
you
in a
can't,
conceited way. Just, I mean, it's just
you should
nice.
want to look good for them. You should
Yeah.
want to take care of yourself for them. Like,
Yeah.
and I don't mean like you have to put makeup on every day, but
And
take
you
a
could-
shower,
yeah,
brush
take
your
a shower.
teeth, like,
just hygiene. Because even
yes.
if you're in leggings and a t-shirt, sometimes I'm telling you, I was like, man, you look good today, and I'm like, my hair is so
they're gonna
dirty.
think you're beautiful
I have
as
no
is.
makeup on. Like, these are like day 2 wearing these leggings. Like,
But it is about like just trying to just like don't let yourself go, I guess is what I'm saying, because I've seen a lot of situations where the other, like, someone did let themselves go, and the spouse strayed, and like went, and that again, that the one that strayed is in the wrong,
right.
and there is no blame to be put on the other person, but in a way, I still do believe that you've got to try your best to like be the best version of yourself for your spouse. Like try to be like, because we're all going to change. You're not going to be the same as you were when y'all first got married.
Right.
But you can't just like give up on your appearance completely and just let yourself go. Like, I think you should always try, because it's the same way that people say you should always date your spouse.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean you have to wear a cocktail dress every night, but like, try to look nice because they deserve that. You know what I mean? Like, try to like make yourself look cute every now and then. Doesn't mean every day, but every now and then,
you know me,
fix up a little.
Let's just play devil's advocate here, because sometimes when you're like, you're in a slump, you're depressed, you got too much anxiety, and like, that's hard.
And they have to stand by you regardless.
Yeah, because sometimes
for sure.
it's like literally just surviving the day is all you can do, and that's fine. This is
In sickness and in health.
yeah. And
That's what's in there.
So really, you don't. I mean, there's not much you can do when you're in like a state like that. But if you're not, then yes, I agree with what you said.
Like it's a two-sided coin. Like they, 1,000%. I don't care if like, because I joke with Colin all the time, and I'm like, if I were bald, would you still love me? You know what I mean? Like, because you have to remember that when you get married, like it's an illness could take over.
Right. Because hopefully
Like
nobody
your
fell in
teeth
love
could
with my
fall out.
looks.
Yeah,
it
like
should be
anything.
me.
Like our looks are gonna fade, just straight up. And that's definitely not. I'm not saying that you have to always look nice for your spouse, but I do think you should always keep it in the back of your mind. Like try sometimes to fix up and just remind them, like, hey, I still got it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm still here. But just like you're saying, they need to be there for you in those seasons where you just don't have it in you.
Right.
Because I've been in a season like that lately. I just have, like, and not really with like my appearance, but just mentally. I think even though my son's 14 months old, I've still got some postpartum going on. I've just changed a lot since I had him. And, I've talked to Colin about this. Like, I just, like, it's a season.
Right. That's what I tell Ozzy.
It'll
like,
pass.
This is our season. I don't know how long it's
Yes.
going to be, but we just got to stick it out till the next season, because surely something crazy is going to be in store for us for next season.
Well, and because you can go out, and if let's say you're sick of your, I'll say husband because I won't bash on the husbands anymore. Let's say you're like, I'm sick of my husband. And he's changed. I want to go flirt with another man. Let's say you go do that. Well, it's all going to be fun. We talked about this in the car the other day. It's all going to be fun in the beginning, and it's going to be that fun, flirtatious newness or whatever. But then that's going to fade too. Like, what are you going to do? Just go to the next? Like I feel like you're either in a committed relationship or you bounce from relationship to relationship, but you have to decide which one you want.
Yeah.
Like, you can't do both. And, I just feel like when people get married, they don't realize that
get
it's
comfortable.
but that's normal. Like, this is, marriage isn't about like, oh, let's be sexy and love and gushy all the time. It's 1,000% not that. It's like, who do you want by your side in the darkest, dirtiest, like horrible times? Who do you want by your side when you look like a troll? Like, it's like about withstanding the test of time.
Right.
And it's frustrating to me when I see people just go on to the next fling. Not
Right.
if you want to go on to the next fling and you're
don't
not
get
married,
married.
that's fine. Yeah, but when you're married,
Don't marry and want to have
and you're
flings.
looking for fulfillment in other people when you're married, that's where I get frustrated, because it's like, you should not have gotten married. That marriage is not the same as just a relationship.
Right.
Marriage is a commitment, and we talked about this Saturday, that it's okay to mourn your single life, like your kind of like the freedom you once had. It's okay to mourn that. Like, it doesn't mean you dwell on it, but every now and then, like, you're like, man, I kind of miss that fun single stage. It doesn't mean you don't love being married.
A single friend who's like over there struggling. You're like, I'm gonna stay over here.
Yeah,
I'm
like,
way happy over here.
Oh, you got
Dating
some
is
guy,
the worst thing in the world.
yeah, like some guy super creeped you out, and
Yeah.
now you never want to date again. Sucks. Like,
Bum
glad I'm
squeeze.
not dealing with that. Like, but it's a mixture of emotions, and I just feel like in the beginning when people get married, they're like, oh, love is in the air.
And then you have kids, and you've been married for 8 years, and you're like, I still love you, but go away.
Yeah,
No.
well, yeah, but really, it's okay to need
Sometimes, not
space. Like, it's, I don't know. I just, as a wedding photographer, I see that mushiness all the time. So I'm like, oh,
I'm like, oh,
y'all are
that's
cute.
so sweet.
Y'all are
I
so
give it-
cute.
After 2 years, you'll be less like that.
Like, and again, we've talked about this. I'm just not the mushy one in my relationship, even in the slightest.
I'm not the mushy one either.
Like, Colin
So
looked at me
sorry,
last night
Ozzy.
because he was really busy yesterday. He had to go to the dentist and like all this stuff. He was gone a lot yesterday from having to go to the dentist. And he was like, we were sitting on the couch last night and he was like, I missed you today.
Aw.
See, you are mushy because I was like, I missed you too.
Oh,
I'm so weird about it.
that
And he
is
was like,
sweet.
I missed you today. And I was like,
See, it's sweet. When I like hear that story, I'm like, that is so sweet. And then when Ozzy does it, I'm like, I miss you too. Yeah, yeah.
okay,
I
so
feel
you
bad.
get where
Yeah.
I'm coming from.
Yeah.
But it's not that I did it on it. Like,
Yeah.
like I wish we could have hung out more yesterday, but I wouldn't go as far as say I missed him. I mean, I'm sorry. He knows this about me. Like, you were still here today. I saw you. Like you have to be gone for like at least 24 hours for me to say I've missed you. I'm sorry.
That's funny.
Are you not the
same?
same?
No, I'm not the mushy. I don't do mush.
And 24 hours is kind.
Pushing it down.
I mean,
Give me like 48 hours and we'll talk.
yeah, like give me a chance to miss you, but a couple hours, ain't much. The kids keep coming down here in random outfits.
I'm gonna lose my mind up in here.
Hold on.
What, baby? I can't understand you. You want to say hi? Okay.
Hi.
Riley, you're
I'm doing.
okay. One more time, then you're done.
Hi, Bo.
Okay, can you go back upstairs? We're almost done.
Yeah, we only have like maybe 5 or 10 more minutes.
On a scale of 1 to 10, you guys did about a 5. Had a good job.
Yeah, so this week's been tough. Next week we're recording without the kids, right?
Yes,
Next
yeah,
week.
we are.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
next week will be less crazy. But you know what? You guys know by now what you get with us, okay? We're doing the best we can.
Okay.
No, to summarize,
Summarize the chaos that has been the last hour.
I really do think that in order to be fulfilled in all areas of life, and friendship and your marriage, you have to love yourself.
I don't know why I thought you were going to say we just need Jesus, which would be accurate.
Yeah,
But yes.
well, I wasn't getting that deep. I'm
Okay,
talking
okay,
on a surface level. You have to love yourself because it's a really corny saying, but it's really true. You cannot love anyone else the way that they deserve until you love yourself. Like, you have to know how to love yourself. You have to know how to stand on your own 2 feet.
Mm-hmm.
You have to not need admiration or praise from anyone else.
Yeah.
It's nice. It's fulfilling sometimes. It's kind, but you have to be able to go about your everyday life where if you never got another compliment again, you love yourself enough not to care. That's how I think.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, though? Like, I just think you have to love yourself.
I have no idea what we're talking about.
Oh, man. I'm just trying to wrap it up based on the theme. Like,
Yes, okay.
But it makes sense. Like, I'm learning every day to, like, love myself because, yes, it matters a lot to me that I'm finally in a relationship where a man loves me and I don't have to worry about him cheating and, like, he loves my body the way it is. Mm-hmm. So that's almost good for me because it's like, if I did lose weight, it's like, great on his end, but he loves me like I am. Mm-hmm. So if I'm going to lose weight, it has to be for me.
Right.
Like, it has to be for my confidence and not about people telling me how great I look in a picture.
Right.
Which I get a lot of fulfillment from that. I'm not going to lie. Like,
It's nice. Yeah.
I don't care who you are. If you post a selfie, it's because you're looking for someone to say you look great. I don't care. I don't care who you are. I do it all the time. And I love when people are like, you look great. I'm like, thanks.
Yeah.
There's no shame in that, I don't think. I just think, like, be bold enough to admit that's why you're posting the selfie.
Right,
Like,
yeah. And don't do them too often, though, guys. Like, 1 a day. Like
one a day?
no, like that's the max you can do. Don't do
Oh,
more. Don't
okay.
do more than 1 a day. Is what I should
No,
say.
I do it just on the days I look good. So it's very rare.
Yeah. That mine are so rare. I don't even have. selfies on social media.
Oh my gosh. Well, I don't know if any of this made any sense this week.
I apologize. It was probably
But we brought it together. Fall in love with yourself first.
Yes.
Go to Starbucks and get a fall drink.
Yes. Don't get non-fat, girl. Get the whole milk.
Says the girl who got the non-fat.
Well, I know, but it's because you made fun of me earlier. Now I regret getting the non-fat.
I was just kidding.
I know.
It was just the way I ordered it. It was like a non-fat white mocha with no whip.
This is just so sweet. I know there's so
yeah.
many calories in the syrup. I'm like, look, if I can save 50 calories on the milk, I'll take the extra 300 in the syrup.
The 300. Yeah.
I know, like there's probably like 1,000 calories in this. We should look it up later.
Okay, I'll put a call to action at the end of this, even though I know none of y'all are going to do it.
Except for 5 of you that are awesome.
Yeah, but next week's going to be our Halloween episode. And I would really like to hear from other people if you have just like a really like spooky story.
Yeah.
I'll put it out there. If you have one, let me know. The people who watch this probably have my phone number, so you can just text me. Or like comment on our Instagram. Like I've said it many times. You can message us on
Facebook too.
Yeah, I've said it many times. We have all the socials pretty much. So
if you want to
can
be
reach us on
anonymous,
there.
you just message us and say anonymously, blah blah blah.
Even though we'll see your name pop
Yeah,
up.
but we won't tell everybody it was you.
No, I won't unless you want me to. I won't tell anybody it was you. But I just am curious if anybody has like, I don't want to get too into it because I wanted to save it for next week.
Any cool Halloween creepy stories?
Yeah, but that are personal. Like I don't want to hear the history of something that we could look up on Google. Like I want to know if you've experienced anything.
Which actually,
spooky.
you might, if you want to do my job for me, you could do that.
Well,
Send me
we're not going to do that anymore.
We're not doing that anymore. I just kidding.
Well, I haven't told you that, but listen, I was trying to make it a little too organized for next week. And as we could tell by this week, there's no point. You just have to get like a general topic and hope it flows. Because yeah, that'll be next week's general theme is Halloween. We'll see what we can do with just Halloween.
Yeah.
Like I'm not going to put any more restraints on it but next week there's no kids. So we'll see.
Yeah. We totally rocked this week though.
Killed it.
If I'm being honest.
I hope you're inspired. It's just, I feel like all we did was.
This is going to be the choppiest episode.
I feel like the whole point though was to inspire people and I mostly complained.
Well, we just want people to know we feel you, we get you, we relate, and we're all going to work better to love ourselves. And I do think that comes
compliment
with age.
another woman today. Like, just tell her she's
your
pretty.
Your eyeliner and your lashes, they look beautiful.
Thank you.
And you look great.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome. And I'm not just saying that because you told me to say it. Like, just now. No, I mean it for real. Like, I've just been staring at your lashes. Like,
well, they're fake.
But they still look good. You know how hard it is to make fake lashes look good? Some people,
I feel like I don't need to wear as much eye makeup if you have lashes on.
True.
You know what I mean?
I love, like, your lashes with your eyeliner. They always look, like, spot on. I've tried. I can't.
With lashes? I've seen you wear lashes before. They look good.
And the eyeliner together, though.
Oh.
Like, you just it literally always looks good. Always. On you. Not me.
Thank you.
On you.
I wish I had your nose.
Thank you.
You have like a cute little button nose.
Thank you.
And I'm jealous of it. And Kami has the prettiest eyes of like anybody I know also.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Yeah. We kept, at the wedding we did Saturday, everybody was complimenting her hair and said, I kept saying she looked like a Kardashian because she's doing it darker now.
Yeah. This is my natural hair color, basically.
You can tell. I think that's why it suits you so well.
Thank you.
Like it looks really good.
It used to be like light brown.
Yeah.
Now it's not.
Yeah.
Kids.
Kids. Yeah, mine used to be platinum blonde, and thank God I went back to my normal color because
You're welcome.
I would never.
You looked good though. Like it's not that you didn't look good. Well, maybe not like the like.
It was super platinum.
No, not always though. The blonde looked good. I'm partial to brunettes mostly. So I was
this is my natural color.
I was like, try brunette.
This is my natural color.
Yeah.
And thank the Lord that I chose to do it when I did because there's no way I could have kept up with that blonde now that I'm a mom. Like I was having to get my hair done like every month.
Really? Man.
Yeah.
It did look good though. I like the blonde or brown.
I'll insert a photo for those of you who've never seen how blonde it was. I still got one saved. Well, I'm pretty sure the girls are going to come down here for like the 10th time, so we'll wrap it up. Oh man. Hey, if you made it through this episode, just hang on. Next week's will be better. I say that every week. I say that. I'm like, we'll get better.
Love yourself. Fall in love with yourself.
Love yourself. Enjoy fall because after next week with Halloween, it's basically Christmas.
Basically. Woo.
All right. We love you guys. Thank you for listening and supporting us. Don't forget to please like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you subscribe, it'll automatically notify you when we put a new video out.
How cool is that?
Yeah. And we want to we want to try to gain our page. We like to see who is watching us, and that's a good way to be able to tell. So
send us a fun message anyway.
Yeah. Like I want you guys to interact with us.
Send us a random fact or your favorite thing about fall. Send us something. I don't know.
Yeah. Like I literally don't care. We need help.
Help. I need help
us.
So many more ways than just one.
Yeah. Who wants to volunteer to be the babysitter while we do this? Like,
can we get an amen? Hallelujah. Please.
Okay. All right. You're beautiful. You're worthy. Love yourself. All those positive affirmations. Don't cheat on your spouse.
Almost peed my pants.
All right. We're leaving now. Bye.
Bye.
Almost peed my pants.
I did. Like, it just shocked me.
Hey guys, thanks for listening to the Mom Podcast. Be sure to like and subscribe to our channel and turn on those notifications so you never miss a new upload. See you next time.